Aloha, everybody. So yesterday, I was told to talk about karma and not ancestral things, like day-to-day things, how you treat people, the things that you say, how they matter, how your intentions matter. I've recently been noticing that the higher that I go in vibration, the less I have to deal with like those daily karmas. But I'm also noticing that the people who are lower vibration around me, the people who purposely antagonize other people or talk badly about other people, people who do mean things to animals, people who use people and lie about their intentions, are getting karmic payback really quickly. I wish there was a way to make people understand that even if the person that you're talking about in a negative way doesn't hear you, you're still going to pay for it. Even if the person who you are using for whatever resources you can get out of them doesn't realize that they're being used, you will still get your payback. The thing about it is, as long as you're still in that person's energy, you may not see anything happen because their karmic value will override yours until the person who is negative is cut out of that energy. And then they start seeing their paybacks. And it's amazing how the universe arranges things. I was out camping about a month ago, and I got bit by a centipede. Now the centipedes here on Kauai Island are serious business. I was always warned that if you ever get bit by a centipede, it's going to be a heck of a pain, and it's going to take forever for it to stop. And your foot, whatever you get bit on, it's going to swell up, whatever. So I get bit by this centipede. It was dark. It just happened to run across my foot and then bit me for fun, I guess. And so it did hurt pretty bad, clear down into the bone. But the next day, I put some healing into it, woke up the next morning, and all I had were the two little tiny red puncture marks. There was no swelling, there was no pain, there was no discoloration, other than the two little entry wounds. And I told a friend of mine that that was because I don't have a high karmic debt. Therefore, if something like that happens to me, I won't be affected by the venom. The next day, my friend runs into someone who we both know has ill intention towards me. She has gone out of her way to be a jerk. She has used people for their resources and then turned ugly against them. But anyways, this person got bit the same day I did by a centipede. This person's foot turned purple and swollen and painful for days and days and days afterwards. And so my friend came to me and said, you know, so-and-so got a centipede bite the same night that you did, and explained to me the situation. And I just looked at my friend and said, see, I told you, karma is real. And my friend is very skeptical of everything that I believe in, doesn't believe really in the healing energy that I'm capable of channeling through source, doesn't believe in the knowings that I get from my spirit guides, they kind of scoff and make fun of me for tarot cards. And so I'm noticing that this person is also dealing with some karmic debts, and that they had in the past been willing to use people for what they had that they wanted, and when they were suddenly without any resources, karma started rolling in on thunderclouds or on the legs of cockroaches or just things happen. Things happen. And I just see it, and I know that if they would just pay attention to their intentions, if they would start operating from a place of love instead of operating from a place of what can I get out of this person, they would see less things start happening to them. They wouldn't have these little accidents. They wouldn't have these little aggravations. They wouldn't be getting hurt. Their resources would start flowing again. I've noticed that's a thing too. Like if you're out here being a jerk, your abundance will be blocked. But I also noticed that if you're being a really good human, but you're paying into people who are not, if you're helping them financially or with food or whatever, there is such a thing as they don't deserve it, and it will block your abundance. And I didn't realize that. I really thought that, and it's all in intention. That's what I learned. Like, it's all in where they're operating from. It's not that they're hungry and you should feed them. It's that if they're operating from a dark place, you should just stay away from them. There's some people you cannot help, and they're only going to try to drag you down with them. And I found out that if I keep helping someone after I found out like their intentions towards humanity or their intentions towards the universe, animals, whatever, is negative, then if I help them, not only am I blocking my own abundance, but I am, in a sense, blocking their growth, because they need to be seeing that they're operating from a place that is bringing them negativity. They need to be seeing that the way they think about things really does matter. The way you go about things really does matter. Apologies matter. If you are a shit to somebody, if you publicly humiliate someone who walks in the light, I have witnessed this. You will have things like flat tires. You will be hungry. You will have mice in your vehicle. You will have cockroaches overrun your vehicle. You will not be able to find anyone to give you gas for your car, and it will be abandoned on the side of the road. Like, that's the kind of things that I've witnessed happening to people who my intentions were pure and I tried to help them, and they basically came back with venom. And I tried to explain to them that, you know, God is watching us all the time. Whatever you believe in to be true, a higher source, the universe, God, energy matters. And if you're going out there with the energy of hurting people, you're going to get hurt. Somehow or another, it will come back and smack you in the face. People need to start acting from a place of love. Like, what would love do in this situation? Would love treat someone like they like them just to get what they want out of them, and then treat them like garbage later because they really don't matter? No, love wouldn't do that. Would love agree to do a favor for someone and take the cash in order to do it, and then spend that money on what you wanted for yourself instead, and then basically tell the person that gave you the money and ask you to do the thing, too bad, so sad? Do you think that's going to have an effect on your life? It sure is. So, be mindful, people. Operate from a place of love. Literally treat everyone like you love them. And you should have that feeling of, you should love everyone. Just because they're here, they deserve to be loved. But they don't deserve to always be in your energy. They don't always deserve to be having you support them, either financially or through other means. People don't always need to be helped. Sometimes people need to be left in whatever mess they've made until they can find their own way out of it and learn the lessons. Sometimes when you help people, you're just preventing them from their own growth, and that doesn't help anyone. If people stay stagnant in their negativity, it's not for the highest good of all. It's not even for the highest good of that one human, let alone everyone around them. Well then, I guess I've rambled on quite long enough. Hopefully the sound on this is good enough you could hear me, because the wind has picked up while I was talking. Mahalo ke akua for another beautiful day on this beautiful island. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Aloha.